Hello everyone, what is going on? My name is M1K3 and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the most important skills in Fortnite that nobody is talking about. And these skills are going to be for the players that want to take their gameplay to the next level and take Fortnite competitive seriously. Before we get into the video though, we actually managed to hit 1,500 supporters on code M1K3. Let's reach for the stars and go for 2,000 within tomorrow's episode. With that said, let's get into today's video. The first thing we gotta talk about in today's video is planning out your rotates. For some reason, this is something nobody ever talks about, but it's something you should do for every single zone, especially the one before the half in half zone and the first moving. A lot of players, when they are in the fourth zone, or in other words, the zone before half in half, they're in their box on Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram, looking at the wall, or simply just looking for kill opportunities. But they don't take 10 seconds to look around and think where they can rotate wherever the zone pops up. You have to be prepared to rotate max the distance, and to do that as easily as possible, you should plan out your rotation long before the half and half zone appears. This is one of the stages in Fortnite that a lot of people struggle with, so please try taking 10 to 20 seconds to look around to see where your enemies are located, look for natural cover like trees, mountains, or buildings, and also where other people have built before you. And when the half and half zone appears, you will be ready to rotate the millisecond it pops up. Doing this allows you to usually get a free rotate, because most other players start planning out their rotate when the zone appears, and they look at their map and not necessarily at the players rotating. The second tip I want to talk about in today's video is playing the meta to the fullest possible extent. Now, because of recent changes, we no longer have shockwave grenades or rift fishes in the 2021 competitive loot pool. And personally, this is a change I love. The reason being that this year is actually going to be very skillful competitively, and hard work will unarguably pay off to a bigger extent than previously. So now that you know how to plan out your rotates correctly, I'm going to be talking about the things you should carry when playing in tournaments. Firstly, we have peppers, which obviously is an amazing item to carry for rotation. One, because you move 20% faster with the pepper applied, and secondly, because you can stack 15 of these bad boys, making them incredibly viable already from the second to third zone. But hang on, now it gets interesting. If you land somewhere like Misty, Lazy, or Slurpee, you should without a doubt fish to get 0-point fishes. You can stack 3 of these, making them the perfect fit for trios, and I would recommend using them in the half and half zone or the first moving. If you know how to use the 0-point fish correctly, it can be incredibly good. Other things you should practice in customs is using the sand, cars, boats, bouncers, and obviously the 0-point crystals if you're near any of them. Talking about playing the meta to the fullest possible extent, we gotta talk about learning to play high ground in stacked games. As mentioned just a second ago, there are no more shockwaves nor rift fishes, meaning that height will once again be the dominant position in competition. With this knowledge, I would recommend everybody to practice playing high ground in customs when they can, and learning the perfect timing to claim high ground as well as how to hold it correctly. The third tip is learning reload management. Knowing when you can reload in any given fight will give you an immense advantage over your opponent. More often than not, when I watch players with less than $1,000 in earnings on the game, I very often see them shoot like 3 shots and then reload their AR after that. Or I see that they reload at a completely wrong time. And a lot of people might be thinking that reloading is insanely easy. But trust me, most top tier professional players don't even know how to master reload management. The fourth tip is fully understanding the importance and meaning behind map switching, especially in endgames. So you might ask, Marin, what is matte switching? In Fortnite, we have 3 main materials: wood, brick, and metal. And if you want to succeed in competitive Fortnite, you have to understand when to use what material. And you also have to understand that you want to balance your materials out, so that when you get a refresh, you get all of his or her materials. So how do you practice matte switching? Well, there are a few golden rules. On every rotation before half and half zone, using wood is the way to go. Why? Well, because it's super easily refarmable and you get it all around the map. The second golden rule is that in the moving zones, you also want to use wood when nobody is shooting or looking at you. And the second somebody starts shooting bullets at you, you swap over to metal to show the team shooting at you that you're good at materials and not shambles. Using all your wood, then all your brick, and then all your metal is one of the main reasons a lot of people are doing way worse than they should be doing in competitive Fortnite. Because this actually matters a lot more than people think. So the next time you're playing either customs or in a tournament, think about map switching and use your wood when you can and save your brick and metal for when it's absolutely necessary to use these materials. The fifth tip is going to be abusing gold for all that it is worth. Guys, I'm going to tell you a little secret. This season, if you don't have a full blue loadout with a purple shotgun, then you're doing something severely wrong. Finding different NPCs around the map that allows you to do challenges for gold is incredibly easy. And with a slight bit of game knowledge, you can get upwards of 500 gold every match, allowing you to purchase items like the Storm Scout easily. My solo and duo landing spot is Lazy Lake, and I very rarely go out of there without at least 300 gold. The most important factors in finding gold is knowing every safe location on your drop spot, farming every couch and other gold-giving farmable, and of course, doing a lot of challenges. Recently, when I've been playing duo customs, I've had a Storm Scout in every single game. And this weapon costs 500 gold and is incredibly overpowered. I'm going to make a full guide on how to correctly play the meta this season and get as much gold as humanly possible in tournament and practice scenarios. This is something I feel a lot of people might need a helping hand with, and I'm very excited to be sharing more information about this game-changing way of playing very shortly. Guys, that is going to wrap up today's episode. In this video, we have talked about planning out your rotates properly, playing the meta shamelessly, learning how to play height now that shockwaves and rift fishes are gone, the importance of map switching, and how playing gold can win you games. This is unarguably one of the videos I've had the most fun filming, and the entire process behind making this piece of content was nothing but wonderful, and I hope you guys watching felt the same way. My goal is to always create unique and helpful content, and I hope today's episode fell in that category. If you have any questions regarding literally anything, feel free to ask them in the comment section below, and I'll try my very best to get back to you. And if you watched this far, I just want to say that I appreciate you so incredibly much for supporting my YouTube and Fortnite journey. It really means the world to me, so thank you so much. My name has been M1K3 Editz, everybody. Stay safe and take care.